Like I didn't watch the whole fight. Mostly my impressions of the fight are of the Cyborg Bud fight are colored by what you guys wrote in Slack and
Hmm.
and the GIF.
You
And
know
they
we're recording, right?
yeah. And they also show like Cyborg beasting on poor Julia Bud.
It's
Like
pretty much what the whole fight was. It was that and Cyborg and Bud trying to do what Holly Holm did, but not doing it well because she's not even as good as Holly Holm.
ah man. Like
She's
speaking of Holy Holm, like on the last fight on the last card, um when she fought Raquel Pennington, I'm I appreciate that. Hi Daniel. like she,
that's my
I
son
appreciate
making
that
appearances.
I appreciate that she's a high level fighter. There's a lot of craft to what she's doing when she's holding people against the cage. And what I'm gonna say is probably wrong, and you can denounce it. But I'm ready for a rule change. Like I'm ready for people just not allowing that. Like yeah, like
Allowing what?
when you fight when she fought Raquel Pennington and she was like stifling her the whole time against the cage. That like I'm ready for that to not be a thing.
I don't agree. You can't do that, man. It's so subjective. You can't.
No. When the fight is going that way, how they sort of made. And I know I'm wrong.
Again, yeah,
Yeah,
you know you're wrong here. I'm not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
argue with you. You're not even like gonna defend your own position.
But it's one of those things where you're like,
You're
nah, man,
basically
like,
saying no more boring fights.
yeah.
That's-
How they did in K1 and boxing because boxing originally like those weren't
I know clinching, but
like
clinch work there had a lot of damage done.
yeah. Yeah, but he's also trying to do damage. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, welcome to the Mixed Martial Links podcast. I'm your host, Ben Cohn. Joining me today is Alejandro because Bilal decided to not ask what time we were started and said he's going to take a nap. So I'm not waiting for him because I got shit to do. And so does Alejandro, honestly.
Yeah,
Wow, I had to get that all out in one breath for some reason.
yeah.
Any Hoosers, like I said, welcome to the Mixed Martial Links podcast. I'm your host. It's Ben Cohn, bitch. Full disclosure, I still haven't had my coffee. I forgot to make it before they started, so when Alejandro's talking, I'm going to be AWOL going to grab for coffee. Because I fucking need it. Anyway, we're going to be condensing 3 cards in one. UFC 246, the Fight Night Raleigh, I believe, and Bellator 238, I think. Yes, 238. They all took place in the span of 2 weeks. We did not preview any cards last week. Apologies for that. Again, still getting used to the whole two-time dad thing. Turns out you have less time. But the important thing to note is that it was a very good idea to not preview these cards because holy shit, there is very little to be excited about. There's very little to enjoy. I'm not going to lie. I checked out of so many of those fights. It was so hard to watch so many of them. But yeah, there are a couple bright spots. So we're going to start with UFC 246. Conor McGregor TKO Donald Cerrone in 40 seconds. For those who call it a fix, usually when someone throws a fight, they don't walk away with a broken nose and a busted orbital.
Like that came only that talking point came only because of that guy that I don't really want to mention because
Okay.
yeah, you know who
No,
I
but
mean.
no, there's actually enough people who say it. It's not the Stephen A. Smith. It was happening before that, way before that. No, people were talking about that he's going to throw the fight. But again, like it happened exactly as most people expected to, who really knew it was going down, and just a little faster, I think, than most people expected. So Donald Cerrone now, yeah. So Cerrone's now 3 straight TKO KO losses. Conor McGregor is not back. He is clearly still able to do what he does best. Does that mean he can do anything different? No. We don't know anything. We have learned nothing other than that Conor McGregor can still pressure and still hits really hard.
Yeah.
He still
He
throws.
hard at welterweight, maybe we know that, but hard
We knew
to say
that.
because
We knew
maybe
that.
because hard to say because Cerrone also got finished in lightweight in 66 seconds by RDA. So
Right. Well, that was through body shots, though.
yeah. No, well, but I'm talking about finishing. It's just finishing. Like,
True, but I think that might be the only finish. like by strikes at lightweight. At least like in his good run. Obviously, he's been finished since then by Tony and Justin. But yeah, I mean, no, Pettis finished it. But again, like these are all body kicks. Like he hasn't been finished by. Yeah, his last run with TKOs to like punches to the head and stuff, that's all been to the head, and that's the telltale difference, I think. Yeah. Anyway, just a quick note. Cerrone definitely looked like he trained only for a straight left because he literally slipped he slipped as if he was going to slip and parry a straight left and literally leaned into a flicking head kick. It wasn't even a head kick with like bad intentions. It was like a head kick to corral him into the straight left, but he just leaned into the head kick.
But that's what Conor always does. Like he tries to corral you with those
exactly
shots, and then he catches you.
That's the funniest part about it is that he basically, how do I explain this? He basically didn't acknowledge, like he acted like Cerrone doesn't watch or pay attention to fighters. Apparently, that's a thing. Apparently, he doesn't watch tape. But if he did, he would have known that Conor does that. So it seems like he really just was like, yeah, he's just a straight left. And that was it. So not much to talk about, honestly, in that fight. There really isn't. It's 40 seconds.
That's for Ronnie, but I hope he got paid somehow. Like
he got paid $200,000.
Yeah, $200,000. Like, man, it doesn't feel like nearly enough, does it?
It isn't. It's not. It's not even close. Holly Holm clinched Raquel Pennington for 3 rounds.
Yeah, you see what I mean? And she won. Good for her.
Yeah, she won. No, not good for her. But then she was like bitching about the fans booing because they don't fight.
I mean,
no.
She's entitled to her opinion.
No, I don't care. You listen. You can have an opinion, and I can say it's stupid. Okay?
Stupid. Like, she's a professional. Like, it's not a bad opinion, but
it's a bad opinion.
That's why I say I am ready for a rule change. That's why I say.
No. I am totally fine with fans booing. If you're paying hundreds of dollars to watch something and you don't like it, you can boo. I don't have to agree with the reason why you're booing.
I get it. Like, people are entitled to boo. I don't like it.
Absolutely. I don't like it when fans boo the fighters because, yeah, they're risking their lives for us. But Holly Holm didn't risk her life in there.
Okay, that's not a good standard.
I'm just saying, like, honestly, fuck that. No, in general, fuck that opinion. If you don't train, you can't talk about it. If you don't, in certain cases, you can use it as an appeal to authority. I do understand that, and it is fair. But also, like, no, you can't use if you're saying, if you're arguing with a fighter and saying this doesn't work in a fight, and she goes or he goes, I use this and it clearly works in a fight, and they go no, then they can you can make that appeal to authority and say I'm going to err it on the side of the fighter. You can. It doesn't make it correct. It's just I would understand that. This has nothing to do with the fighting skill. This has to do with entertainment factor, and no one's going to pretend that Holly Holm is an entertaining fighter. So, sorry.
Okay, so if we don't change the rules, would you at least agree that we should have faster separations then?
No, not faster. I think it should just be more consistent.
Okay, okay, consistency in terms of are you trying to do damage or not, so that we don't get these fights.
I would say the only possible way. The problem. Okay, there's only a couple of ways you can do this. One, there has to be an objective strike counter, where the referee they have someone cage side who, like, dude, he's opening the fridge.
I just imagine people just throwing fucking side punches.
Yeah,
to keep the strike.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no real way to do it. It would always be subjective. So I don't agree with really doing much other than, like, it has to be up to the ref's discretion. I do think that they could say they can make a general rule of, like, inactivity for 1 minute.
Oh, boy.
Which, like, making an official, like, at least a guideline. They don't even have a guideline. It's just like it's up to the ref's discretion right now. If they give at least a hard rule of 1 minute, 60 seconds. You have 60 seconds. If the ref feels you aren't doing enough in 60 seconds, they warn you, and then you have 10 seconds from there. Like
60 seconds max.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, because like at least that way you can say to them, we've made a hard rule, and the ref cannot stand you up without warning. The ref should not be able to stand you up without warning, and there has to be a specific. It has to go according to time.
But I'm not talking about stand-ups. I'm talking about holding someone against the cage.
Okay, so I said same thing. Holding someone against the cage. If the ref says it's been 60 seconds inactivity, you have 10 seconds. Move. Do something. Then give them 10 seconds. If they continue to do the same thing for 10 seconds, then you can separate. So even if the ref is being like stupid with their decisions, at least they have a certain amount of time to work to work under those conditions, rather than a ref separating you up to 12 seconds, which we've seen.
Yeah, I just want something.
Alexei Olenek had the weirdest fight with Maurice Green and submitted him with an armbar.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a heavyweight jiu-jitsu guy versus Alexei Olenek. Yeah.
That fight happened.
Yeah. Brian Kelleher submitted Ode Osborne, which was fun. It was fun while it lasted. It was actually a fun fight. It was a fun fight. It went exactly as you would expect it to go, except that the finish could have gone either way because both of them are fucking finishers. Watching my brother-in-law try to navigate the Google Home we have is really funny.
The what?
The Google Home. You could say it louder. It's fine. Don't worry.
What is that?
It's like an Alexa, but by Google.
Oh boy, that's some Black Mirror shit. I don't want it.
Carlos Diego Ferreira did beat the shit out of Anthony Pettis.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was
sad, but amazing.
Yeah, that was a genuinely impressive, fun fight.
Putting it together at 35.
Huh?
Putting it together at 35 years old.
It's very impressive what he's done. Honestly, it really, really is. He basically has become one of the. He's got a lot of flaws in his pressure fighting game, but he's so tough and so aggressive that it's making up for it. Is it going to be a problem when he faces the guys with better footwork at lightweight? Absolutely. He's going to have a problem against those guys, but it's going to keep working for now. And yeah. He's the first guy to submit Anthony Pettis, I think. If I'm not mistaken, he's the only man to submit Anthony Pettis, which is a significant accomplishment. Sorry, he's not the only man. I take that back. Dustin Poirier did it with a body triangle injury.
Yeah, but that wasn't mentioned.
So that's what I mean to say. Like, he's the only man to, like, you know.
Like, to get him in a tight submission, because I think he tapped verbally in the Poirier fight.
Yeah. It wasn't a tap. It was
something wasn't locked in, but here it was locked in.
Yeah, no, this was a submission. Like he locked in a rear naked choke, and that was it. Which is impressive. He's the first man to really control Pettis from the back for extended periods of time, because Pettis is really good at escaping from those positions. Yeah. He's a genuinely dangerous fighter at this point. He's got power. He's got a submission threat. Obviously, he's incredibly crafty with his submission grappling. The way he kicked off the cage was beautiful. He was getting Pettis' back and used the cage to literally bounce off away from the cage so Pettis couldn't defend. It was really brilliant, and more fighters could learn from that too. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Is he healthy though? Like when he walked, there was something wrong with his leg after the fight.
No, I don't think it was from that. He was fine walking to his corner after the first round.
No. After the fight, even Joe Rogan.
I don't know. They didn't say he hurt anything. It might just be that he was just painful. You know, I don't know what. I don't know if there was anything actually wrong.
Hopefully
for me.
It was.
Yeah. Hopefully not, but yeah, I really was happy with the performance by Ferreira. There are issues, like I said, with his footwork. He doesn't really cut off the cage at all.
He follows a lot.
He follows a lot, but he's so aggressive, and that's kind of the reason why a lot of his punches fall a little bit short, because he's following and following and following. But again, his insane aggression and
volume out there.
Yeah, his volume is ridiculous.
That can get him countered against somebody like Poirier.
It does. It has, but it doesn't matter because of how tough he is. The only man who really who has put him down is Poirier.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned Poirier.
That's the only person to put him down, though. Put him out, I would say. The other person to put him down, I think, was Taisimov rocked him. But we saw how that went in the end. So, yeah, give him another ranked guy. Who do you want to see him fight?
I don't know. Lightweight is a mess up there.
What'd you
I'd
say?
like to see him fight Poirier. Again.
No, Poirier's not going to fight him again. What? It's too. I don't think it'll show us much. I mean, because like he was trying to. It would show how much he's improved as a pressure fighter, but I don't think he's going to be able to beat Poirier at that game.
Then who do you want to see him fight?
I wouldn't mind seeing him fight the Felder Hooker winner.
Yeah, but that's like extra time waiting.
No, they're fighting soon. No,
I'm not sure.
I think they're fighting. I mean, they're already doing like media and stuff. That's why I'm saying.
You know who he can fight? He can fight Vicente Luque.
Luque's a welterweight.
Ah, fuck, that's right.
Yeah, dude, they're fighting in less than a month.
Yeah,
Hooker, yeah, Hooker and Felder are fighting in less than a month.
Shit, no, but then everybody's kind of tied up. Then Donald Cerrone, clearly he can fight. Justin Gaethje, who the fuck knows when he's fighting? Apparently, he has to meet with Dana.
He's tied up? I don't understand. Like,
he's tied up with injuries. Cerrone.
Well, what does that have to do with the booking a fight? They're fighting relatively close. They fought give them 3 months to recover, whatever it is. Schedule the fight in 3-4 months from now, and that's it. April, May, June, perfect. They each get a few months to rest. They get back into camp, and then they're ready to go. This is perfect. They fought a month apart.
Wait, who do you think I'm talking to about?
Ferreira versus the Felder Hooker winner.
Oh,
That's who I'm talking about.
No, I was talking about Don Cerrone. He can fight him, I said.
Oh. Well, right now we have Lee versus Oliveira booked, which is going to be great. Gaethje, McGregor. Okay, so you have the top of the division. You have Ferguson, Khabib. Poirier, Conor have no fights booked. Gaethje doesn't either. Cerrone is not fighting anytime soon. Felder versus Hooker. Then you have, like I said, Lee, who's next, who's fighting Oliveira. Ali Quinta is not booked, and Edson Barboza said he's dropping to featherweight. So then you have Diego Ferreira and Gregor Gillespie. Those are the two who are next. So I think we should have Ferreira versus the Hooker-Felder winner and call it a day.
Why not Islam Makhachev?
Islam Makhachev is ranked below him.
So what? Who is he going to fight?
Because Thiago Ferreira is 35 years old. Why would you want him to start fighting people at the bottom of the top 15? Let him have his chance at the top guys now. What the hell, man?
Okay. Well, then I want him to fight Justin Gaethje.
But he's not gonna fight Justin Gaethje because why would Justin Gaethje take that fight? That's fucking insane.
So now I can have what I want.
But that's not gonna happen. I'm saying that actually makes sense.
But those other fights.
How does that not make sense? Why would Hooker Felder not make sense? Both of them have recent losses to top guys in the in the lightweight division. Well, I'm counting, by the way, the Edson Barboza fight as a loss for Felder. I'm sorry. Hooker lost to Barboza too. I'm saying, they're both clearly not top 5 guys. So let Ferreira prove whether he's a top 5 guy. Or has the ability to fight a top 5 guy. If Ferreira beats a Felder or Hooker,
think about this. Think about this. Who is Justin Gaethje gonna fight now if he's not getting the money fight?
He's gonna wait for a title shot, I think.
Okay, so he basically doesn't. Oh, you know what? I agree because I don't want Justin Gaethje getting undue damage.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't need more damage. I don't he hasn't gotten it in recent fights, but let's keep it that way. All right, let's move on to Roxanne Modafferi beating Macy Barber, which is the greatest thing of all time.
We were wrong. I'm happy to be wrong.
Well, basically, our read was this. Roxy's a way better technician and might get athleted here. Thank God she didn't, and she just basically beat the shit out of Macy Barber. Macy Barber blew her ACL out. That
was a weird one, right? At first, I thought it was the jab because it might have been that it was
torn before that. Keep in mind, she might have torn it in round 1, and the damage got worse in round 2.
if it wasn't the jab, because that jab barely grazed her, right?
It wasn't the jab. The jab didn't barely.
No, I know. Like, she wasn't even rocked, so she just lost control of her body and stepped wrong. No, I mean, I lean towards the injury, like being injured beforehand.
No, I don't know if she was injured beforehand. None of them talked about it. Like her dad, they talked about the injury being in the fight. They all talked about it.
No, I know. No, I know. Like, I'm saying, like, in somewhere in the first round, something wonky happened, and then she got then she fell. But Modafferi said something. She heard something popped in the second round.
Yeah, no. Modafferi said that she heard it in the second round. I'm going to be inclined to agree with Roxy. However, keep in mind, you can have a partial tear, and the pop was the full tear.
Yeah.
So it's very possible that she didn't know that it was already partially torn, whatever it is. Either way, Maycee Barber's really not good at MMA.
No, she's okay. She's good.
No, I'm not letting you get this. No.
Wait, look, dude. Okay.
No.
She has qualities. Ben, behave.
Absolutely not.
No, you're doing what your son does. You have to behave.
Damn right. He's rubbing off on me.
Look.
What does she do well from a technical standpoint?
Oh, you're putting this. Okay, no, look. That's why I wanted to frame it like this. Okay?
No.
She's 21 years old. She puts combinations together more or less okay.
What the fuck does that mean? She's flinging punches wildly. That's not putting combinations together. That's just throwing punches. I can do that too.
No, you can't. No, you can. Okay, look. Her defense is terrible. Okay, look. Let me start like this.
I'm a better technical striker than Maycee Barber, and I am fucking shit.
No, don't say that.
Okay, you've seen me spar. I jab frequently to the head and the body when I spar with a purpose. Yeah. I'm a better striker than Maycee. I'm not in
Let's not do this.
She's not good by any metric. Women's 125 is a really shallow division. By any metric, she is not a good technical fighter. Come on, man.
No. She doesn't have to be a good technical fighter. She has to have tools. She's 20. Look, she's 21 years old.
She's 22. She's been fighting for 3 years already.
She's a mess. We understand she's a mess. Now she's injured. Now she has time to put something together.
Not with the way she's been talking about and the fact that her father's her head coach.
Yeah. I thought it was Duke Rufus, man. Like, what the fuck happened there?
She might train with Rufus Sport, but that doesn't make them her coach.
Then why does she have the standard Rufus Sport like lack of head movement?
Because she still trains at Rufus Sport. What do you mean?
but I'm assuming that she trains with her father and then does stints at Rufus Sport the way you're painting it.
Might go for camps or partial camps to Rufus Sport, but her father goes with her and is still her head coach in her corner.
Oh boy!
Also, her corner not stopping the fight and the
that was bad. Like, that was just unconscionable. Like,
but what's worse than that is Maycee Barber as a fighter.
You're going to shit on her.
I hate that people are like, this woman is the next big thing.
But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that she has qualities, right?
Of
like,
what?
Okay, look.
Not even that athletic.
You cannot shit on her if you're
not
without shitting on JJ Aldrich. We're shitting on Jillian Jacobs.
Yep.
But they're okay. Like, they're not shitting.
They?
Yeah, they're okay.
Why?
Aldrich Jesus is not athletic, but she's
great. I'm fully aware that being big and athletic can make up for a lot of skill deficiencies.
Which in her case it has.
Right. That doesn't make her good.
Nobody's saying that she's good. She's regional level fighter.
Legitimately, so many people say she's good.
Well, but you're not talking to many people. You're talking to one person. I'm not saying she's even like great or good. Like, she's decent. Like, she's an Invicta level fighter.
What is she decent at? What is she decent? I'm saying from a technical standpoint.
Finishing fights. She's decent at finishing fights while getting hit. She's decent at that.
That is not a skill.
No, but like, there's shit that fighters need that
Ronda Rousey was good at finishing fights, but she also had skill in doing it at least.
Are we comparing it to Ronda Rousey? It's like
Yes,
your
because
not
she's
letting
comparing.
you.
Yes,
Oh my
she's
God.
comparing herself to Ronda Rousey. And
Look,
you know what? Ronda Rousey. Hold on a second.
good, but
What was Ronda Rousey
you
doing?
never take
Hold
fighters
on,
at
hold
their
on,
word, but
hold
now
on,
you
hold
want.
on, hold on. At least Ronda Rousey had actual skill when she was.
Oh, yeah,
when
she just wasn't an Olympic level athlete. Like
Yeah,
you're just
that's
busy
the
'cause
fucking
she's
difference. That's
yeah,
the difference.
you're just busy
That's
because
the
Casey Barber
difference.
that shit.
Hold on. That's the difference. And that's my point. Okay? If you are an athlete and you have limited skill sets, you better have something that you can use. She is bigly, and that's it.
Okay, so Roxanne Modafferi's victory means nothing.
It means that Roxanne can take down and control somebody with almost no technical grappling skills.
Oh boy. Okay.
I have much respect to Roxy. Nah. We both. What did Macy do off her back that made you think, oh, she seems like she knows what she's doing here?
I think she was panicking, honestly. I don't think she knew what she was doing. I think she was just in panic mode the whole time.
Cool. When have you seen Macy Barber off her back and thought she looks good?
Well, she reversed Roxanne a couple times.
None of them made me think that was skill. It was more just strength.
But that's
none of those
that's
were
what somebody
technically.
has. That's
None
what
of those
somebody
were
has.
technically proficient.
No, but it has to happen. Can she make it happen again against less developed grappler?
But she has to stop. Oh my God. The point is she cannot rely on her size and athleticism all day. She has to learn fucking skills and she's not doing it. She looks the same as she did the past 3 fights. She hasn't grown from a technical standpoint at all. Roxy was also beating her on the feet.
Yeah, that's true. Shit. That's true. Also, she doesn't have a great chin. Like, we just put it.
Well, no, we can't say that. This wasn't actually a rock in the end.
No, but she gets hit a lot, and like even Dylan Jacobs caught her. Like, JD Aldrich rocked her, dropped her. Hannah Cyphers also got her with some good shots out there and made her like off. Like her chin is not great. Okay, that's a long pause. Okay, so
we're done.
Not great. Yeah, we're gone.
Okay.
We wish her the best though.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Good luck. Learn skills. Go to a real camp. Sadiq Youssef.
Why that big at Rufus Sport?
Because what the fuck is Rufus Sport doing?
I don't know, dude.
Their best fighter is Sergio Pettis, and it's because he's not athletic.
he had a great night though.
Yeah. We're getting there. All right, we're gonna move on. Sadiq Youssef defeated Andre Fili in another really good fight. We saw the improvements of Andre Fili, but we also saw the deficiencies of Andre Fili. We saw some of the limitations of Sadiq Youssef as well, but it was a really good win over a good fighter. Yeah, I do think that there's a lot to that Sadiq kind of has some things to work out, and Andre, man, watching him just be controlled off his back by Sadiq, I felt like he was just conceding that. I don't know what he was really doing. I don't know why he was laying on his back like that. I feel like Sadiq was really just athleting him there.
He probably was.
Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I felt watching it. Oscar Osarov's beat up Tim Elliott on the feet while Tim Elliott mean mugged him.
Yeah.
I do like Tim Elliott, but he's very clearly lost the step physically. He's not able to get away with what he got away with. Like that wonky head movement and stuff. He's getting hit when he used to not get hit. And that's kind of why his style is not going to hold up, I think. I just don't think he can keep doing it. I think he'll have to find guys. He'll either have to move up to bantamweight so that the speed advantage is less of an issue, or figure
probably the weight cut.
Yeah, it is. He cuts a tremendous amount of weight, but he's also older. He's put himself through a lot. Watching him get rocked like that, man, I haven't seen that in a long. He almost got put out by Askarov too.
You mean that combination standing up?
Yeah, that was crazy. He literally stiffened up and started to lean forward to face plant and then just caught himself. It's crazy.
Oof.
Okay, and the last fight we're going to talk about is Dober versus Haqparast, because goddamn Drew Dober. Here's a couple of things. If you're in a open stance matchup, don't throw naked leg kicks at a southpaw. Especially when you get away with it like 2 or 3 times before that, and then the guy's just like sitting there like and just times you very obviously. Like, I don't know. Haqparast disappointed me there.
It's a very crisp counter. Like,
yeah, and Dober looks fucking great, and the fact that he's now like knocking people out is not a good sign, because that dude is a fucking Chad.
What?
That dude is a Chad.
How is he a Chad? Why are you shitting on
him? Seen his look, his face and body? That dude is a Chad.
He's a decent dude. What are you
talking
about?
He's a nice Chad. He's a nice Chad.
So if you have a square chin, you're a Chad, is what you're saying.
If you have a square chin, 19 abdominal muscles, and are roughly the size and shape of your average brick shit house, yes, you're a Chad. He's the guy who looks like he'd be the jock bully, but he seems like a nice version of that.
No, he was really sweet, man. Like when he knocked him out, he was like he got on his knees, and then went like waiting for Haqparast.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
And then he was like, "It was not my moment. It was his moment. I already had my moment." It was like, man, like why are you being so nice?
Well, let's do it like this. We're about to have our moment to reflect on the card that was UFC Raleigh. Are you excited? Yeah. Are you excited?
I am beside myself. Oh, also, you didn't mention the greatest fight of the night, Holly Holm versus Raquel Pennington.
I will fuck you in the face with my penis.
Oh, yeah, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's assume that never was. That was.
Do you feel good about saying that now? Do you feel like that was a smart move?
No, I just feel uncomfortable and awkward.
Good. That was the goal.
We need that new rule, man. We need a rule.
All right. We'll start with Curtis Blades versus Junior Dos Santos, and
sadness, fucking sadness.
Curtis did not get rocked.
No, he did not.
So that is good. Aside from that,
Junior Dos Santos
worked intentionally on circling away from the cage.
Yes, that's a win.
And it does not matter, because he still has a diminishing chin, and he got clocked clean off of a fake takedown to overhand right, the most classic of wrestler strikes.
And he tried an uppercut he shouldn't have tried.
Yeah, those uppercuts were really fucking dumb, because like he became so easy to time with those. Like he was just, I don't know. He was literally like, I'm going to time all of my uppercuts for when I think Curtis Blades is going to shoot. But Curtis wasn't like, he was like not really shooting. So he shot a few times, but like you have to actually like, you can't just throw it.
Well, you can't throw it. You clearly can't throw it.
Well, this will happen. What I'm saying is like when it's the only thing you're throwing in response to a takedown, Curtis is going to fake a takedown and just punch you in the face when you sit there and throw an uppercut.
Yes,
and that's exactly what happened. And then he got TKO'd, and it was very sad. And then Curtis Blades fought for a title shot, as if Francis Ngannou doesn't exist.
Okay, like Curtis Blades is probably going to be a much better fighter than Francis Ngannou. He probably already is, and he's never going to beat Francis Ngannou.
No, he'll never beat Francis Ngannou. He will never be able to beat Francis Ngannou. Also, Curtis Blades does not have a very good win streak going. It's Justin Willis, who's not in the UFC and also doesn't like Jews. Shamil Abdurrahimov.
Oh my God, I remember that one. Why did you mention that?
Ashkenazi.
That dude is crazy.
He tweeted Ashkenazi. Look into it.
That's fucked up. Yeah, no, he also was reading something about like the gays and women. And
he's a fucking asshole. And then, if you look at my favorite thing about this is this, okay? If you look at the dates of when both of them beat Junior Dos Santos, Ngannou beat him first.
Yeah.
And by 6 months. And here's the thing. He's coming off the Francis Ngannou loss. He hasn't had a win since then. So not only did Ngannou beat Curtis Blades 3 fights ago, he beat the guy that Curtis was calling for a title shot off beating before him, and he hasn't had a win since. So it's just
heavyweight.
Also Francis Ngannou, listen, Francis Ngannou is scheduled to fight Rosenstruik. If he beats Rosenstruik, that's a 4-fight win streak, and yeah, he gets the title shot. Also, Miocic was calling for a title shot for a title fight with Ngannou. So, Curtis, you're great, but you're not getting a title shot. You shouldn't, at least. I'm going to get a coffee. Can you talk about either this fight, or do you want to start with Chiesa dos Anjos? Because I'm fucking sad about that, and I have what to say, but I need to make my coffee. I will let you choose.
Okay, it's either Chiesa or
if you have anything more to say about Blaze JDS.
No, there's something I wanted to talk about commissions.
Okay, so I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to mute my...
No, but I need someone for this. Because there's something... No, it's quickly. Okay. It's about the cancellation of the Alexa Grasso fight. Like, she was not cleared by the commission. Like, Mark Raimondi...
90 pounds overweight?
No. Wait. Mark Raimondi actually reported on this. She was not cleared by the commission, but then why is she waiting in? Like, we know because the UFC wants to have the fight happen, but why is she waiting in if the commission did not clear her?
The UFC doesn't give a shit about fighter safety.
Fuck. Yeah.
Did I really need to say that? Did I need to say that out loud?
That's fucked up. They did the same thing with Gastelum versus Woodley, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I remember that. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Anyways, fuck. But at least we know that there is a new rule that if you're within 3 pounds of your opponent, there's no fight. Unless you are within 3 pounds of your opponent, there will be no fight. Are you making your coffee now?
No, I'm right here. I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that rule though.
Yeah, it's a new one. Like, apparently they're clamping down on shit like this. Slowly, but apparently they are.
I hope so. I don't know.
Yeah, because they also stopped the barber fight. You remember the barber fight? They stopped it, and they actually went and did this thing called, I don't know, it's a test to check if your ACL is fucked up or not. And they've never done that before. Like, they didn't do it in the Jones versus Maheta fight.
Well, yeah, I don't know. That my favorite part about that was just like after he's like, it's torn, but she's fine. It's partial.
Like, no, you don't. They should have.
Maybe you're not fine with a partial ACL tear. I don't know. Okay, you need to start talking. I need my coffee. I'm sorry, Alejandro.
Okay,
this is why Bilal not being here is the worst.
Yeah, I'm just gonna entertain people. Like,
start talking about the KSRDA.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so basically, I'm going to start now. You can go make your fucking coffee. How long going to take, by the way?
2 minutes.
Ah, fuck. Okay, so we had KSRDA, and basically it goes on like this. Ben is super sure that RDA is going to fuck him up. He's entirely sure. He's so sure that he's going to fuck him up that he put $30 on RDA fucking up Michael Chiesa. Oh, boy. That sucks because RDA decided to get old. And that means that, well, he still can find his range, by collapsing it and then not doing much with it. Like, he landed a couple of kicks that were okay, not a lot of good, decent punches, and then he got taken down and grabbed. And he could not do much beyond that. And let's not say that Michael Chiesa is not a good fighter, because he's a good fighter, but it's just not the same. You can see RDA has eroded significantly. You can see that he's still very much at ease in, like, crisis mode, if you will. But if he's not getting out of these positions, like, I wonder how he keeps moving forward from this, because he earns enough money that the UFC is not gonna match him up against people that he's not, like, he's not gonna be fighting the bottom feeders of the people at the lowest rounds of the rank, right? Of the rankings, right? So they're likely gonna like, he's gonna keep fighting. Well, maybe he can fight Alexander Hernandez. I don't know, but he did not look great. Michael Chiesa, on the other hand, controlled him, took him down, had his back, had him in all sorts of danger. Well, not a lot of danger, but some danger.
I'm just saying I'm back.
Yeah, okay. And
I heard everything you said, you fucking asshole.
$30. Yeah, but
why are you cheering me losing when I needed that money? No, I didn't need it.
If you had made that money, you wouldn't have bet it.
I wouldn't have bet money. I didn't need it. It was like in the account. It's a betting
I
account.
I just thought how much shit you talk. Oh, she's gonna destroy him, and then he's like,
yeah, hold on. Am I wrong? Would RDA of a year ago not fucking destroy Chiesa?
It's hard to know these days.
RDA that fought Kevin Lee doesn't beat Michael Chiesa.
No, he does beat Michael Chiesa, but why are you expecting him?
It's not even a year ago. That's less than a year ago.
He's 35.
But I'm saying, like, he got magically old. It's crazy. I'm saying, like, why did he choose this fight to get old?
He chose he was sitting down. He was drinking his coffee. He had his, like, reading glasses because he thought now he needs reading glasses. He was like, you know what? I'm going to get old.
I'm trying to think.
Then he went and fought.
No, I'm saying, like, it's just frustrating that this was the fight.
You know what? Maybe he didn't get old. Maybe he was just, not himself. Maybe he was sick. Maybe he was injured. We don't know. He
did not look good physically. That is something I think that anyone watching, like, if you look at him, like, literally physically next to how he's looked in the past couple fights.
Maybe.
You know what this reminds me of? You know what this was? This was Roy Jones, Antonio Tarver. The first fight.
Oh no! Don't say that. Like that fight was not. No, he did not get knocked the fuck out.
This is his fight where we see, because here's the thing: Michael Chiesa shot Carlos Condit and Diego Sanchez before this. What about that?
Oh, he beat Shot RDA.
Now he beat Shot RDA. What I'm saying is that if you look at the Colby Covington fight and the Kamaru Usman fight and the Leon Edwards fight, even like the Kevin Lee fight, the way that RDA reacted defensively against takedowns is so different than how he reacted in this fight. The fact that Michael Chiesa went like 6 for 8 or 7 for 9 on takedowns is crazy. This is a dude who shut down so many takedown attempts by much better wrestlers and has a nasty clinch game, and he just didn't. I don't know. It was really bad. His footwork defensively was also terrible. He was just backing straight up to the cage. Like,
he just wasn't healthy, man. How many times has RDA pulled out of, like?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's not that he's not healthy, but it's more likely that he's just past it. Yeah, it's more likely to me that he's old than specifically injured for this fight, and we'll see him back to normal next fight.
Maybe.
I think that's a more, considering the length of his career and all that. We're going to move on from this fight because it just makes me angry. Alex Perez submitted Jordan Espinosa with a sick arm triangle from half.
Didn't watch the fight. Yeah.
You should watch it.
I will when I get the time. I heard it was good. Like, it wasn't a good submission. Just did, in fact.
Angela Hill beat Hannah Cyphers by TKO.
That's fight I did watch.
That was a sad fight.
Why sad? It was a skillful fight by both, actually.
I
mean, it's not like a high stakes fight, but if somehow that fight.
Hannah Cyphers spent the entire fight looking sad.
Well, but that's okay. I don't want it to be misconstrued, but that's just her face.
Yes, I know, but it's very sad. It makes me sad.
No, because she looks like a sweet person that had her puppy died or something. Like, she always looked like this. Even when she wins, like, you interview her and then she cries. Like, yeah. And she's a better fighter than Macy Barber, but lost to her. That's crazy. Fucking MMA. Why can't this fucking sport make any sense?
No.
Like, fuck.
Why do we watch this sport?
I don't know.
Why couldn't we pick?
You like what you like. Like, if we could pick like sports that made sense, like tennis, and then we fucking talk about tennis all the fucking time with the same 5 people, like always playing each other. I don't know. Like, it's just like those tiny moments when you see something truly wonderful. Those are the ones that keep us around. But then we get shit like our boy Adam Borix just got owned in Bellator by Darian Caldwell, and then you're like, fuck, why can't we have nice things? And you get sad again.
Jamal Hill beat Darko Stozic in a dumb fight. I don't. If you haven't been able to tell from this podcast, the fights weren't good. They just weren't. There wasn't a lot. Daquan Townsend, listen. Listen. The highlight of the entire fight weekend was Daquan Townsend's drug suspension for cocaine and fentanyl being coming out, and his response being, "I'm not a drug user." It would listen, man. I'm not judging you, but you are. Those are not the type of things that you can claim tainted supplements. Like, you can claim your Coke was laced with fentanyl. That you can say. Like, yo, I don't use fentanyl. I would believe you. If somebody says my Coke was laced with fentanyl, no problem. We could talk about the lacing of the cocaine with fentanyl. But that doesn't mean you didn't take cocaine. You don't have cocaine in your system by accident.
Oh, so by the way, how is Coke like? I thought Coke was the rich man's crack, you know?
It's definitely more expensive than crack, but I don't think it's unaffordable. He might have been at a party and someone gave him Coke.
Yeah, he can always say that.
Yeah, he bumped the key. I don't know. But he lost at middleweight to Devon Lewis, who's also supposed to be a prospect but isn't good. Arnold Allen beat Nick Lentz, which I'm always going to appreciate because fuck Nick Lentz. And Arnold Allen did his thing, got another decision win. I mean, he's 7-0 in the UFC.
He looks like the quintessential tri-star.
I don't know if he's a potential title contender just because I really think he's missing something. He's not as good. The fight site was talking about it. They did a really good job breaking him down as a fighter, what his limitations might be. But also, shout out to Mads Burnell. I interviewed him. Just go check out the interview at thefightsite.com and check out thefightsite.com while you're at it. I wrote some articles for them because I'm one of the staff members. The site has amazing articles, all that good stuff. But Mads was beating the fuck out of him. Straight up beating the fuck out of him, and then just unfortunately got submitted in the third round by a guillotine choke, which is crazy because Mads is a really good black belt. What do you think about it?
I did not know that.
Yeah, the only other person to submit him is Michelle Prazeres at welterweight. At lightweight, sorry, but Prazeres is not a lightweight. So, and Mads is a pretty average sized featherweight at best. But yeah, cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not talking about Kish Pudilova, but Montel Jackson fought the dumbest.
That fight was okay. Let me say something about that fight quickly. It was the equivalent at distance of the Pennington Holm fight. That's what can be said about it. But that's true if you think about it.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing.
Okay, we move on.
Jesus, amazing. Oh my God. Okay, so Montel Jackson fought the dumbest fight, but still beat Felipe Colares because he just kept rocking him. It's like he was rocking the shit out of him, but then kept intentionally grappling with Felipe. I honestly, I just don't. What the fuck was he thinking? What? Okay, he rocks Felipe Colares. He's hurting him badly. He's doing all this good work on the feet, just cracking him over and over. He drops him, and then I'm gonna wrestle him.
Is MMA the most self-boycotting sport? Where do fighters do the weirdest shit?
It is the most self-defeating sport in the world.
Yeah, where fighters just do the wonkiest shit to get in their own way. Yeah. And this is not an insult. It's just saying that it happens quite a lot.
True.
I don't see this in boxing.
I don't think it's I think it's. I don't know what's attributed to. I think MMA fighters are just dumber.
Not necessarily, but maybe.
I'm just being.
But I just think there's just so many ways to fuck up. So many.
You're not wrong. But let's move on from the car. Oh, you know what? Shout out to Sarah McMahon. She came back from
Oh yeah,
baby.
she looked amazing.
She looked really good. Also, I'm always gonna stand a Marcelo Garcia Academy training partner. Give me 1 second to open the door for my in-laws. And now we're gonna move on to Bellator in 2 seconds. Hold on.
Oh, thank you. Let's just move on to Bellator because I'm tired. Like these UFC fights, they were not good. They were not fun. A few were interesting for all the wrong reasons, maybe.
All right, I'm back. Chris Cyborg beat up Julia Budd for the women's featherweight championship.
Beast mode.
Beast mode. Listen, I'm going to start off with the caveat. Cyborg has clearly lost the step.
Oh, of course.
Physically, she looked a lot less muscular than she has in recent years. She's definitely seems to be slimming down, which good for her. But she still looked faster. She still looked quite strong. I have no complaint. Like technically, she's still got a lot going for her. Off her back was weird, but she's not really someone who's accustomed to that. So I got no complaints about the performance. She beat the fuck out of Julia Budd. Julia Budd, honestly, look, the only thing I want to talk about really is having her husband be her cornerman. That was uncomfortable.
Well, I didn't watch it. What did he do?
He's screaming at her. Look at me, Julia. Do you want this? He slapped her in the face to try and wake her up, sort of.
But I think they do that in fights.
No. That's not that. I wasn't. I'm saying like he didn't give any actual.
Oh, you mean like technical advice? Yeah, that's.
Yeah. He had nothing for her. He's like, she's getting tired, Julia. Like, no, Cyborg is not getting tired. If anything, Julia is getting tired.
It's true that when they asked her about a game plan, she said that they wanted to take her into deep water.
Correct. Which is the dumbest thing because Cyborg has literally never gassed. Wow. I can't think of a single fight where she's gassed. Maybe sometime earlier in her career, but like, come on.
Did that even happen earlier in her career? Like,
I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I remember every fight. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that it has. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where this myth. It's just like she's muscular, so she must gas. It's like the Spencer fight when Joe Rogan's like, Cyborg's tiring out and slowing down.
He was like
beating the hell out of Spencer.
Grinding the shit out of her.
Yeah, she's beating the crap out of Spencer and like, Cyborg's gassing. Like, no.
Like, no, it's not. She's not. Also, how good is Alicia Spencer now, huh?
I mean, she didn't really do much other than get beaten up. But yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't know, man. What's next for Cyborg? I don't know. The Bellator 145 division is better than the UFC, though. So.
Yeah, well, she can always fight Olga Rubin.
She's on a 2-fight losing streak, so maybe not.
Yeah, it's Cyborg. Who cares?
Whatever. I'm sure she'll find someone to fight. Maybe bust Marlos Conan out of retirement for a third fight.
Oh, God, no, please, no.
Yeah, leave Marlos alone. She's sweet. Darren Caldwell defeated Adam Boric by submission. Nothing happened other than that takedown to rear naked choke. And it was great.
Why does this have to happen?
Featherweight. I think that was that Caldwell's featherweight debut?
I think so.
I think he was. I mean, yeah, that was his. He fought Henry Corrales before this in the opening round of the Grand Prix. So this was the quarterfinals, and then
fighting AJ McKee now.
Yeah, he's supposed to fight AJ McKee. That's going to be interesting. I'm actually interested in that fight. Caldwell looks really nice. He looks nicely filled out at featherweight, so I'm interested to see how he looks against someone like McGee, who should be able to do some work grappling-wise with Caldwell, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Archuleta Corrales, what an awful fight.
I'm glad I didn't watch.
You should be. Don't ever watch it. Sergio Pettis looked
phenomenal
great against Alfred Kashakian, who was just there to get beaten up on, and he did.
Yep.
But Pettis won knockout of the night and submission of the night in a span of 20 seconds. So
it's great.
Yep.
Aaron Pico. You have to mention Aaron Pico.
I'm getting there. Okay. I will say that Raymond Daniels defeated Jason King by TKO, and I'm gonna flat out say I think that was a fixed fight.
There was a what?
A fixed fight. I very rarely will say that. Like that looked like a fixed fight. Like that looked like Jason King went in there to lose on purpose. Like and nobody told Mike Beltran about it.
Oh boy. Oh fucking MMA.
Aaron Pico looks good. Looked good against Carey. Daniel Carey. I mean, again, is supposed to look good, but he looks good against Daniel Carey. So credit to him. He knocked him out with a left forearm to the neck. Yeah, I mean, no, Pico. Listen, there's still potential there, but
he has he's got bundles of it.
Listen, his chin will always be an issue, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. AJ Agazarm won by a triangle choke, so his first submission win, if I'm not mistaken, in his MMA career. Second submission win. I'm wrong there. But yeah, I mean, I'm not excited for him. He's not very good at MMA. At MMA specifically, I want to make that clear. Yeah. Who else? Curtis Millender made his Bellator debut, and he won by decision. So good for him.
Bilal is sending me
Bilal
a message.
Just messaged, yo. You literally are done late. In like 2 minutes. So I think that's it. We don't really have much to talk to me. I texted you. Did you? You didn't phone me? Who says that?
What?
He said you didn't phone me on Slack. What
is phone?
Phone, like phone.
Oh, to call. Yeah, okay. Phone? Okay. Fucking English.
I don't know.
Ah, fuck. Well, this is a rough night of fight. Like, what artist is there a card next week?
There is a card. You know what? Let's let Bilal get in here. Get in and rant.
You didn't? Okay, reading out loud. You didn't phone me. Just woke up now. What? So he was expecting you to wake him up?
I'm not calling you, man. Like, that's not... I told you. I don't know why you decided to take a nap when we've been starting at 10 my time. I told him, like, you want to get in and rant for a minute? Like, I'll send the invite. I'm adding him. I added him.
Ben, Bilal is here. Literally says Bilal is here. Okay.
Well, nah, it's 2 minutes. Okay. Forget it then. I'll hang up on him. Remove from call.
Okay, is he gone?
Wait, no, Bilal. Oh, Bilal!
Bilal is here. That's what it says. Bilal is here. Literally, there are letters that bring Bilal.
Bilal, we talked about UFC. We talked about UFC 246, UFC Raleigh, and the Bellator card. Go. Rant about whatever.
Raleigh card was shit. What's 246 again?
Conor.
Jones and Reyes.
No, Conor.
Oh, wasn't a guy. Was kind of shit.
Oh, shiz. Jones Reyes is next week. We did not talk about that at all.
We're so disappointed.
We were so mad about the last couple cards that we were just bitching about.
Not mad. We're not mad. We're disappointed.
Yeah, we're like the disappointed parents.
Okay, so who wins? I take Jones.
I'm picking Reyes.
I'm taking Jones.
Think it'd be better to discuss the finer technical details after the fact. I do think that there's going to be... I think it's going to be ugly just because it's a Jones fight. And if Reyes is going to take this fight, he's going to need to take the early rounds.
Yeah, which is not.
Well, I think he will, because I think he's going to make Jones very uncomfortable in boxing range. I don't think Reyes is just going to hang out at kicking range. I think he's going to make Jones move back. And we also know that Jones is not great at initiating. Don't worry about him. That's fine. I think we all know that Jones is not great at initiating the clinch. It's more like he relies on his opponents to get stuck there. And honestly, Jones's defense is still kind of shit. He doesn't have defense on the feet. He's just extends his arms and backs away. And that's not going to really... I don't know if that's going to work against Reyes. Reyes has basically been tailoring his style to beat Jones. Like, his entire style is basically built to beat a guy like Jones, which would make sense why he looked so kind of shitty against someone like Volkan, who fights nothing like John Jones.
You know what I mean? Pretty much. Like, what? I mean, Jones' clinch, even, it's not even just a matter of these opponents have to walk into it. He either gets it at the fence where they can't move back, or they are continuously trying to clinch him in open space, in which case he can continue the clinch for as long as he wants.
Yeah.
It's not really a matter of him being able to grab it anywhere, because as soon as they have a small angle on him and don't want to be in the clinch, they seem to be able to get out just fine.
I agree. Do you guys maybe want to maybe record a second episode specifically breaking down 247 later in the week if possible?
Okay.
All right, cool.
If possible, yeah.
I think that's a better idea. However, I do think I'm picking Reyes by decision. I know that you just said you're picking Jones. Alejandro, what about you, Bilal?
Oh, damn it, I just woke up. Thing is,
keep in mind how Jones has looked in his last. Keep in mind how he's looked in his last two fights against Smith and Tompkins.
I keep the same opinion as you. That's just that light heavyweight is so shit. Like,
join me on the dark side. Pick Jones to lose. Pick him. Pick him.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'll pick him to lose.
God damn it. Yes, Alejandro. I hope you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm going to be very sad.
Also, keep in mind that the co-main event is going to be one of the greatest fights of all time. Valentina Shevchenko versus Caitlin Chookagian. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for joining us. I've been your host, Ben Cohn. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a second episode, a smaller episode. It'll be 20 to 30 minutes, just breaking down some of the fights from UFC 247.
Hey, I'm looking forward to a Shevchenko fight, okay?
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Fuck you.
You're banned. You're banned. I'm banning you. You're
you
done.
Can ban me. You can ban me. Affirmative action says I must be here.
You don't live in the U.S. There is no affirmative action.
But you do.
That is not how this works. Please follow us on YouTube and Twitter.
Oh, bye Ben's Meat. Bye Ben's Meat.
MMAngst podcast on YouTube at MMAngstP on Twitter. Follow thefightsite.com on Twitter. Follow the fights. Read our stuff on the fight site. Please like, share, and subscribe. And also buy my meat, Ben's Beef Jerky. Appreciate it. Bye.
Later. Bye.
Oops.
Okay.
Still recording.